Hi, my name's Pharaoh and welcome to another Tip for the Day video. Today, while I'm on my freighter, I've been having a look at the ceiling lights. And these ceiling lights used to snap onto the ceilings, but they no longer do, and so sometimes it's difficult to get them to illuminate. So for instance, if we get the ceiling light going here, the exact middle of the room is actually about there, and that works fine. You get a light. But if we try and position it off center, say for instance we don't want it too close to these two lights and we want it up here somewhere, it doesn't come on. Now, the trick to this is very similar to using ceiling lights in normal building. You can position a pill light in the middle, but unfortunately that doesn't work either. And let me show you the way I get around it. First of all, we use the old-fashioned trick of getting outside the freighter. So we position a room, float into it, and delete it. And then you can see here, I've got the beginnings of the system that I used to illuminate the other one. We're using light bulbs in the center of the room, and then we're using induction to get to the middle. Now obviously this is a waste of a lot of parts, but if you want your freighter to look its absolute best, then you may need to use all of these parts. Now what I've done to stop these pill lights from actually projecting through the ceiling, because if you just position them on the ceiling, let me see if I can show you. If we just position them on the ceiling, they're lower than that. And then if we go back inside, we can actually see the flashing light and the bottom of the lamp, which we don't really want. So let's get back outside again. Now this was positioned in the center in the same way that these ceiling lamps were. But let's do it from scratch. So let's float directly above this room. We can just about see the outline of the existing light, and the center is just about here because it's the center of the whole room, not just this section that's visible. So if we then get a pill light and were to position it there, it would illuminate, and there we can see it's illuminated. So what I was doing in order to stop it projecting through is positioning these panels, flat panels, and I'm using black because they get very bright when you put light bulbs on top of them, and it's difficult to see what you're doing. So I'm going to make sure they're black, and then I'm just going to overlay it and position another one such that we get roughly to the middle of where we want our ceiling light. Then I'm going to choose a pill light, position it in the middle of the room so it's on, and then using induction we create a virtual wire, and as long as they're close enough to each other they will drag the power all the way to where we might want the light. And then we can safely delete the panels, and now we have a nice virtual wire allowing us to position a ceiling light just about here. So let's go underneath, select the ceiling light, and there we have it illuminated. So there you go, how to position ceiling lights and actually turn them on in a freighter. I've been Pharaoh, and keep an eye out for other tips for the day video, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.